I almost died in 2020. A lot of people died in 2020. A lot of people almost died in 2020. I always have to buck the trend. So instead of getting COVID, I almost died when my husband passed out while driving 70 miles an hour on I-10 outside of Jacksonville, Florida. And I was in the passenger seat. And he'd never passed out like this before. We had no idea what was going on. He's alive now. We found out that he needed a pacemaker. Probably the worst way to find out that your partner needs a pacemaker, FYI. I was able to elbow him out of the way and get the steering wheel, but we were going 70 miles an hour on cruise control, and the cruise control was sticking, so I couldn't turn it off. And like, what are you going to do? You can't pull the emergency brake at 70 miles an hour. And like the way that he was collapsed over the console, I couldn't get to like put the car in neutral or whatever. So the only thing that I had to do, there's other cars on the highway that I'm trying to avoid hitting. I chose in that moment, thinking that we were both going to die, my priority was to not take anyone else out with us. So I crashed us into some small trees on the side of the road. And fortunately, those trees slowed us down. We went down an embankment into a swamp. We hit a bigger tree. And that's when, you know, modern vehicles are designed to survive head-on collisions like this. So the crumple zones crumpled and the airbags deployed and glass shattered and metal screamed, and then we were both alive. And at that point, he's groaning in the dark beside me. I can't reach for my cell phone. I know that my hand is broken because it was still on the steering wheel, and he ended up actually with a concussion because my ring hit him. And so he had like a goose egg. That was like the outline of the ring that I was wearing. It wasn't this ring. I actually still have the ring. I never washed the blood off of it. It's like in this little glass coffin on my altar at home.
Dope,
very morbid, I know. I made the stupid decision to pull my ring off my finger actually because I was like, oh, they're gonna cut this off in the ER. I should pull it off before it swells. And anyways, when you deglove your finger, it takes an awful lot of stitches. So don't do that. But I was able to crawl out of the car and like wade across the swamp and get back. I kind of elbowed my way up the embankment and got back to the road. And when you crawl out of a Florida swamp at midnight covered in blood like Carrie at the prom, no one's going to stop for you. So I walked about a third of a mile down the highway counting my steps before somebody did stop. And I credit that man with saving our life.